measurement. Now the formula of the neck states neck measurement over 6. How did we get to this 6? The formula of the circumference of a circle states 2 pi r, right? Now this pi is a German symbol, which means 22/7. Now if you work out this, you have 2 times 22/7. Now which is going to give us 3.142 times 2. Then 2 times 6, 284. Now if you look at this number, it is not I want to have a whole number. 4 is up to 5, you ignore it. 8 is up to 5, you call it 2, put it to this 2, it becomes 3. Now so now still 3 is up to 5, you still ignore, so you have 6 left. So 6, this is how we got 6 from the formula of 2 pi r. So now the convention states that when you divide your neck by 6, that will be your Whitworth answer for the neck. Then add half to whatever you use for the width to get your depth. You get? Now, but bear in mind, we have not yet sewn. We are still cutting. The answer they gave you is for the finishing. So it's not left for you to know that, okay, I've not sewn these clothes. Let me reduce a bit so that the neck does not spill over to the next value of 19 or 20. So what I'll do is the neck over 6 gave us 3. 16/3 and 6 gave us 3. I will not use 3 to cut it. I will reduce the bit like quarter. 0.3 is enough. So since I have 3 as my neck, I will now pick 2.7 for the width. But from the here to inside width. Then add half to this to get the depth. That's 3.2. Okay. Okay. So once you work with this, you will see that after cutting, you are having a little lesser neck measurement, just like let's say 17.5. Then by the time you do that 3 meal I did in the morning, it will not exceed 18. But if I had used the 3 and cutting now, if I now touch them, you go run enter 19. You get? So it's just like having precautionary measure you use, because everybody has their way of working. So the way I work, I try to make sure that at the end of the whole cutting and sewing, it doesn't exceed what I measured. Because if the person's neck is actually 18, it should be 18 from. There should not be any 18 plus 5 or less than 18. It should be a lot of 18 so that the person will feel comfortable on the neck. Half inch lesser of this neck will make the person to have issues on the neck. Half inch bigger will make it to be free, too wide as well. So you need to be careful on neck calculation. I think that is the only where we have more calculations on our cuttings, our measurements of neck, and from the neck, that's the only way we have much calculations. So now, this is how the neck is got to. That is how I got this one. 18/6 gave me 3 and now 2.7. Add half to 2.7 and now 3.2 down, which is what we saw here. 2.7. Now since 2.5, then 2.7. Then add half to this. That 3.2, which is 3.1.2 here. Then I connected this way and then I curved my arm to come. Then do the other marking. You have issue of the front being popping up. The front no go relax with the back. Like the front panel go dey pop up like this. I think say something no day. That's because the back neck is smaller than the front. So the back neck is now contracting the front to pop up. But if the back neck is wider as it should be, the front will have enough room to relax. Just like that red place now we saw last week. So that is the simplest point that thing happened from the back neck issue. So how then do you do it? Now sometimes we also get confused on how wide should the back neck be more than the front. Now, by the virtue of my cuttings and experiences and everything, I have gotten to understand that the extra inch is always half inch to 3/4 inch wider than the front. That's if the front to 2.3 now, right? And 2.7, you add extra half to that front and have 3.2 as width of the back. But if you don't want to go that way, you can just go by raising this line that's on the front straight this way, then mark half inch backwards and slope again. Are we together? Half inch backwards and then you slope again this way. So invariably the back neck is half inch wider now from this range of front neck going back half inch. So I said either half inch or 3/4, meaning you can still go further. But then it's better you do half inch now. Then I will show you how to fine tune it after cutting. So you are seeing that I am laying more emphasis on back neck because after cutting the front neck, no, at the bottom. After laying emphasis on the front neck, you're almost done with everything. But once you ignore this back neck, it will still spoil your stress image. But if you pay attention to the back neck, the front and the back will correspond, and you don't have any issue at all. So once you have known this slanting is very important as well, then the back neck depth remains 1.5 from here and not from here. Note, from here is different from here. Do you get the point? So from here it's 1.5. 1.5. Then with your armhole curve as well. Then also learn how to use armhole curve. This curve is kind of the neckline curve I want to use in the back. So set it this way. So now the most deepest part of this will be at the range of this 1.5. So here we might go a bit lower than this. It doesn't matter. It's this point is where you're focusing on. Together. What to confuse that? That face. But then it's not my whole grammar now to say this back neck curve, the curve won't go up. It will curve and kind of go lower this way. To avoid that protruding back I showed you in the morning when I was trying to trim that, right? But still, even if you come on like this, after drawing the front to come down, the back will still do that thing. You will still trim them again. So you keep on working on the neck until you finish sewing. Because you won't say because you have taken your time to draft, that means you not trim again. No. Even if you have taken your whole day to draft the neck, you will still keep on working on it until you finish sewing. So once we have gotten to this stage now, you have taken our time now to do the pattern on the fabric direct. Then even after cutting, after gumming, which we will see today, I will still be working on the neck until it gives me what it should be. So, and the next thing that's what you will notice, I will tell you to do is, after any cloth I sew, take the clothes, observe the shapes and nature of what you're seeing. Anyone that you don't understand or you feel confusing, ask questions. I will clarify you. If you have the picture in your head, while doing your own, those pictures will be playing, like you'll be trying to remember how Boss's own used to look like. Like so you walk towards that. But when you don't have any landmark or any platform as any sample you have in your head, you might be weak or might be cure, and you won't even know that you are wrong. But when you know that the neck should be of this shape and this nature, you keep on working until you achieve that particular thing. Now, thank God I'm a lady on me. So I want to group us. I'll group us. Especially Miracle, Chinedu, Sandra. Hanguba 2, 4. I'm not putting this guy.
What's up now?
You get me all that. But far now, I will group us. Now, that grouping can come tomorrow, can come today, can come next tomorrow. But don't get mind that you are grouping us. I'm a gentleman. Go fabric. For 4 years. New different groups, then the same style. And that style that was start up on the shop. The style we're making, the style we have sewn already. Like people will be around. Maybe this style I'm making now, and the another style we'll make tomorrow. You will replicate the style for me. Same measurements. You might not cut the same time. One group might be in the front cutting, another will be in the back cutting. Now, it might not be a hard style, it might be a simple style, but I want to see how we can remember. I want to see how we can recreate everything I've been teaching. Yes, even though she's only not today, but she has learned some time with me in Lagos and she has been also into sewing. So I won't know the problem, she will still job, but I feel one wise to a group say a group she go tell them one or two things, we go push the group. But then she go say I want weekend now. I go group am. Let I go and group myself. Then
what you already as you rest. Okay. You're a chief priest. You're a chief. Every all hotel.
All I'm hotel.
I have a group.
I know why I'm not grouping. I know why I'm not adding them. Their own group get come, but they'll group at another level. Okay. Level now. Actually, can put a template. See the happen, and everybody will be fully involved. Yeah. Thank God now, machine at least man or woman talk and say one machine. When you can maybe one sleeve line. And experience of that sewing. From that group is it, I was individual. Because when we get your food, you're not going to get it. So that can so before this weekend, before Friday, I think the two groups should produce that. So no black or dome. You might explain about how by now my YouTube channel, lay videos in that, everything.
Anyway, this is where I are not tomorrow. I'm a man.
You got to listen to this guy. I got to. I'm talking about again. So now back to what we're saying. So because especially watch my neck cutting. Watch my neck cutting. I will check everything. I may check every damn thing. I'm checking where, mind you, can we know Gamma does not quite. But I want to say, yeah, boy. I'm getting that. So I don't want to give you work. You look respectable. Forget I don't know for group. I believe you always go ginger yourself. So now, after this neck, please we'll note another thing here. This armhole should move in this direction. This armhole should not come and go like this, or go or low. We'll take this line, this line. Even a line like this. Your time kuga. So the continuation of that line, if possible, use the armhole curve and continue it. Or when use the armhole curve and place it and continue, so that the curve will retain that nature. So that is the reason I always shift like this to cut. So my eye is on this curve, continuing this way. Don't push one inch off. Say mba. From that same curve, you put your scissors. Cut. Are we together? So now, you see how it is now. Now, after this cutting, if you don't do the next stage, you also have an issue again. What's the next stage? By folding this back to come to the front. If you finish like this now, it's your fault, it's good though, you have taken all corrections, yes, you're fine, but you have an error here. If you don't push the back to come to the front. Those silent errors that might delay your learning are here. Those complaints that will alter your finished products is here. Those stress you pass through, those headache you'll be getting when ironing your clothes are not here. So when you know what to do next after each step, those errors will run away. Like all the Koyekaraga now, a man that your enemy know, you know where to place bomb, place dynamite, then place your gun. You know they are all give each other dynamite. They will say, but where he run from. Once all brother, all for target babu. But if you don't know where enemy is, where if you not yourself, you want so if you know that you want to have a perfect finishing, so in like my own, don't forget it. Hey, I forgot to. It's not professional. I will listen to language. I forgot to in here, but I come. For example, maybe you got to tie the boot, we forget here. All that. In man, you get a boom man got prison. So this bag, you have to fold it to come to the front. Now, what is the extent of folding? Are we going to fold the whole of this whole resin, like from the whole hand? No. We are going to fold at least 1.5 to 2 inches of the backboard to come to the front. From here, fold this way. 2 inches, that's 2.3. It's okay. Down 2.3. It's okay. So this folding range is what we have. Now if you notice, even though the back neck was wider when we were cutting, it's still being smaller here now after folding. So what if we had done this in straight? This neck will reach as finished, and then go cut it from neck to the compress after sewing. I wish people will do the mistake and see it, and they correct it. Then you hear what how important in that. Anyway, when come on that my brother, like him come on that nana kushi. I have called this since I will have called him back kushi and that if you clear your eye and understand this and remember it, you're going to not get problem. You call like a professional, you call like someone that has a period of 3 years experience. Anyway, if you're someone that you have to be sewing for 5 years, they're not going to believe you. Because in the detailing, sewing and finishing, that you learn for 10 years. And there are some things you sew. And I was tell you that one here said, just the wow, say how do you do this? Because probably Anya will have bound. Fine. So you fold this. Okay. Now, what is the next thing to do? You take your scissors and trim up this. Now, in trimming up this, please don't release the shoulder. This trimming should not get to this point. It should end somewhere. It should flush somewhere here. You are trying to flush it, but not to shorten the shoulder. Think about that, this one thing I'm caught on now. You get somewhere home, but see, I get holding out of here. Then huneka. Now, we are trying to match these two neck. The front and the back must be equal on this axis. So how then do you do it? You must make sure you continue the curvy nature from here and it will jump to this point. You are trying to trim out this way and it goes this way. So you take your scissors as well. Hold this firmly, just pin it down. Jumayo, what the scissors get here. That's some curvy nature, the front engine again. Like this. And now the front and back are equal. For after cutting, you must turn the back to come like this by 1.5 to 2 inches range, and then trim up the excesses on the shoulder and the neck. Are we together? Any confusion? Yeah,